Ooh, chosen. Saucy. I knew you had it in you, bro. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. We're now on the final season, episode 8, which is called Snakes on a Plane. So in the last episode, we saw that things did not go well for Daniel. He went to pursue what he thought was a lead to finding out more about this history of Mr. Miyagi, but it turned out to be a big trap set up by, by Kreese to basically keep him away from the students and mess with his head. He did manage to get his way back, but not after missing a good chunk of the kids' competitions for the day. On the other side of things, Johnny was not handling coaching the team well on his own, but in the end, he managed to pull it back and kind of apologize, but it's pretty clear more than ever that Daniel and Johnny need to work together and get it together in order for the team to succeed. But unfortunately, before they got a chance to even do that, Johnny got a call from back home saying that Rosa went into the hospital because of something with the baby. So he and Miguel are on the first plane back to California to make sure that everything is okay there. So it looks like Daniel's going to be handling the coaching on his own over in Spain for now. And we'll see whether or not there's going to be somebody coming out to replace Miguel if he's going to be staying out for the rest of the competition. So I'm ready to jump into the episode and see what's going on. Let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now.
No updates yet. She's still unconscious and they're monitoring the bleeding.
Oh, spotting happens and it's scary.
With Miguel dropping out, Miyagi-Do's down a fighter. I need you to find Kenny Payne and put him on a flight to Barcelona.
Of course. I'll go right now.
Sorry, but he deserved to be there in the first place.
Relax, buddy. Economy ain't going anywhere.
That's assault.
Hey, look, just stay calm.
That's assault.
Last thing we need to do is get kicked off the plane.
Yeah, he'll get kicked off the plane and you'll go to jail.
Need means no ice, babe. You know what?
Babe.
I'm gonna let you try it again. Hey, I'll take that if he's not having it.
Are you gonna be a problem?
Honestly,
Wow.
probably a little.
This cycle of bad behavior, but that's what happens, right? I mean, I know she's not supposed to give away free drinks, but see how that man was mean to her and then she turned around and gave it to Johnny?
But we also have big problem here, Daniel-san.
Yeah, you not being sober.
She probably set his whole scheme in motion, and now they got this long-haired brute doing their dirty work. If Kreese thinks he could pull this kind of shit and get away with it, he's got another thing coming.
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it when Daniel cusses. I don't know why.
Dial up the pressure. Enemy soldiers should never rest, even if they're off duty.
I saw Thomasine
Understood.
Griffith. Is he back? I saw that in the credits. I saw that as a star.
Your grandfather is the one that taught me that battles aren't reserved for the battlefield.
He's saying your family aged, girl.
The kids will be fine.
Oh, are they? Really? Okay.
Feel great shame. But
You should.
now I am focused.
Good.
It is your turn to rest. I will stay awake and make sure Cobra Kai does not strike again.
How about staying sober too?
That means the kids have to stay in for time.
Sensei Chose.
The team and I really need to.
Didn't he already mess up?
Do not worry, Daniel-san. It'll
Chosen.
be okay.
Not you lying already. My guy. How old are these kids? Because I was about to say, if they're all 18, they can actually go to a club here in Spain. I think it's 18 in Spain. Unlike the US where you gotta be 21.
I heard they're gonna fly in Kenny.
Yeah, because the kid that shit his pants is totally gonna
Shut
save
up.
the day.
Ooh. Oh, what's the matter? Stuttering already, sis?
She's been screwing everything up since Tori put us on a break. And you know what makes it worse is it's not even affecting her.
It is, but she's better at channeling it.
But we can't keep letting her get in our heads like this.
Exactly.
It's time to accept that she's against us.
Sir, can we first of all talk about this blowout? It's not working for you. Really, there's just no other place in the entire city y'all could have ended up at, huh? One place in all Spain.
Hey, it's a tooth fairy. You see her knock that prostituta?
He's a badass.
Smoke show too.
Really, sis? We're gonna be jealous? You have like 1 billion followers on whatever you're on. Just relax.
A spot opened up in Miyagi-Do, and they need you to compete in the Saikai Taikai.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Fair.
Wait. You don't want to go?
Ma'am?
This is about Anthony? I mean, I know you had your issues, but I thought everything was fine now.
Oh, he still thinks Anthony did it.
He drugged me and made me crap my pants. You haven't heard? Look up shit butt memes. Won't be hard to find.
I kind of forgot that Anthony got blamed for that. Now she gonna give Anthony hell. Not that mad at it though, because Anthony bullying was still pretty bad from back in the the season when he started it.
What are you doing now, Johnny? Trying to get us home faster.
Huh?
Why is the plane doing this bendy thing?
You mean
flying?
following the curvature of the Earth?
Map looks flat to me, so can you tell the pilot to fly straight? We're trying to get home.
Oh my god. Yeah, just say yes. Just say yes.
Disregarding me all tournament.
Disregard?
Yeah, and you're making things worse right now. I'll probably find a way to make things worse at the hospital, too. Like when you're drinking in the parking lot when Robbie was born.
Ooh.
Robbie's so messed up.
Wow.
You won that fair and square.
It's not my fault you chilled.
Is this man bothering you?
Right? Exactly.
Yes. Oh.
Come with me. I have a seat available for you up front.
Go. Oh, come on, please. Really? You're going up front?
Let him go up
Yeah.
front. Oh, not the curtain swish. Look, Johnny's embarrassing. That's the only reason I would move away from a seat from him. But honestly, Miguel, you're being a dick. That's all the more reason I don't want you to have this captain spot.
If you're looking for teenagers, try the Beach District.
I need a taxi.
The way she's giving orders, I'm on her time, to be perfectly honest. She's like, fetch me a taxi, servant.
Does it pay for this whole trip anyway?
Okay, whatever makes you feel
You should
good.
take some photos so you can remember your one trip to the big time.
I don't even like Tori, but shut up.
Remember, you have a girlfriend. Yeah, so do you.
I don't know what to say. I think both of y'all have something you need to be worried about.
Having fun tonight?
Yeah.
I feel like she's also
Look at
there
her.
to scam them.
How about you, tall man? Do you want to dance?
I thought you'd never ask.
Noted. This is your revenge. Keep track. Take pictures, Hawk. That kid ever thinks about bringing up MIT again, be like, and then when I send this to your girlfriend? I mean, dancing in of itself is not the
Is
worst.
your boyfriend over there better PC?
Stop that.
What? I'm just being friendly.
No, that's assault. She didn't ask for your hands on her. Don't ask for a drink.
Can I get a rum and coke? Double.
You have already seen what alcohol's done to your family, Robbie.
One giant for mankind.
Sorry, but come on. That's
Oh, it's
that's
funny?
objectively funny.
Is it?
Wait, you think I did this?
You've done nothing but mess with him since he's moved here.
Thank you.
Plus, his dad is overseas, his mom works nights, and now he's got to deal with kids being assholes to him?
Whoa,
Thank you.
Mom, he's been just as much of a jerk to me.
We are not keeping score.
And who started it?
No way. No, I'm not apologizing for something I didn't even do, Mom.
I am not asking.
Ooh, that's right, Amanda. Let him know. I mean, I know he didn't actually do this, to be fair, but Andy's been needing a spanking since he was about 8 years old, to be perfectly honest.
Miguel. Hey, I'm trying to relax.
Let's get arrested.
And you don't belong up here. So go. Go. Or do you want to have a problem?
Oh, sure.
He doesn't want to speak to you. Please go have a seat.
No, that's impossible. Just ask.
I asked him already. Thank you.
He did. Respect his space, Johnny. He is being a giant dick right now, but that's what teenagers do. You need to give him space right now. You're on a plane. Like the man said, you're going to end up on a no-fly list and possibly in jail. Do not mess with air marshals.
Think you can handle it?
All right. Okay, that was actually hot. What? She's a psycho? Oh, y'all could have been friends in another life. Come on. Japan and Korea should be getting together after all these years.
Whatever you think happened, Cobra Kai had nothing
Oh, you
to do with
didn't know.
it. I would know.
Do not be so sure. Maybe Chris do without you, huh?
Yeah, have you not figured out already you're the beta in this situation? I think you already know. That's the way to storm away. In a scooter.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I'm Sam, by the way.
We're not friends.
It's pretty late to be training, right?
Always time for training.
Period.
Whoa. What happened to your back?
You know, tournament.
Your dojo's pretty great.
Thank you. You're pretty. Your dojo's pretty good too.
You about to cheat, girl? I'm not against it.
Your walk. I was going back to the
Calm
hotel.
down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
But I'm not against Axel having a friend. He definitely should leave that dojo immediately after this competition. That man is definitely abusing him. But you're still hot, Louis. You're still very hot, Louis Tan.
Where are you?
We're at this little tapas bar. It's actually pretty cool. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, get him in trouble.
Oh, wait, go back. Is that Dimitri?
Yeah. Good. Get him caught.
Shady little man whore.
Because that is way beyond a little dance. There would have been nothing to catch if he hadn't done anything, right? And it's true, he's only dancing, but the hands are a little bit handing, you know?
I will be right back. Mia Moore.
Mia Moore?
Save my spot.
You deserve to get dumped, Dimitri.
Keep her warm tonight.
Robbie.
Oh, come on.
You taking the bait?
Make a move.
Throw up on him.
Someone is waiting for me.
No one is waiting for you. That's what's so pathetic. You have no friends and no girlfriend. Robbie may not have a girlfriend right now, but he still has friends. What was she up to?
Now my mom's blaming me, which means you must have said something, which if you did, is such a bitch move.
Wow! The hell?
Say it again.
It wasn't me!
Enough! Now, do you realize how stupid this is?
They're teenagers. This is their whole world.
But if you two can't get past this, then your friends in Spain are gonna have to forfeit. Someone is gonna have to lose that battle so you can finally end the war.
Truer words. Your son's been bitch made though, ma'am. You should have known that.
I didn't think he needed my support as much as Robbie. He doesn't have what you have.
Exactly.
As for your mom, I'm really scared. I love her so much.
Good for you, Johnny, for saying that out loud.
Truth is, I don't know if she's gonna be okay.
Honesty.
If there's any violence, I'll have to call the captain.
So call him, sweetheart.
Hey, man, just relax, all right?
Yeah. Big boss, man.
Duck.
Okay.
And he's a minor. So good luck, he's a minor. Thank God you got that in before you turned 18.
And end with fight for the world tournament of karate.
Exactly.
Oh, cute.
I just want someone to knock out all of his front teeth, that's all.
Just leave us alone.
Only if you say please.
And she says, please, you're still not gonna move.
Come on, I take you both. Let's go.
No thanks.
야, 우리 잡히면 안 돼.
아, 새끼야.
Go.
이리 와, 이리 와.
Let's go.
See you on the mat.
We gotta go.
You guys lost anyway. Really? How did the cops show up so quickly?
Nice round kick.
She did practice.
Nice counter strike. I think the coast is clear.
Don't fall in love. She's got a boyfriend.
Whoa. No, I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong idea.
She didn't really.
Sorry.
That's fine.
What?
I completely understand that. Let him go, Sam. That's kind of the most embarrassing thing ever is to misread that type of a situation. Let him just go back to his hotel room and scream for about an hour into his pillow. He'll be fine.
You just can't handle that she wanted me over you.
She asked him first.
But to ruin my relationship over it?
No, you ruined your relationship.
No one here is jealous. If you don't like facing consequences, maybe don't do shitty things.
Amen! Oh, that was mature.
Some people cannot take any damn accountability.
Facts on that one. Speaking of that, that's why I'm glad you didn't say anything.
Truth is, I don't know if I could face everyone else again.
That was embarrassing. When you're a teenager, embarrassment is pretty much the end of your life.
I guess it'd be pretty cool to come back a world champion.
You said what?
Hey,
There's
Mom.
worse things to be memed for. Maybe not.
I swear on my life that I did not dose you. But I've been enough of an asshole that
There
I
we
see why you think it was
go.
me.
Growth. Teach Tori.
Since I started this war,
Thank you.
Which is why I'm gonna shit my pants.
I think he should do it. I want him to do it.
I was just feeling so much pressure and every day.
Hey, can we just talk about this when I get there? I really gotta go.
Yeah. Yes, of course, yes.
Oh, it's too late. But you know what? He deserves to shoot his pants, honestly. Little humbling experience he should go through.
You better go, because you're gonna want home field advantage for this kind of deuce.
We good?
We're good.
Appreciate the gesture, Angie.
Mom, start the car, please.
I would not even let him in the car. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to let him blow up my toilet either, so. Come on, Korea and Japan, shake hands.
Your enemy is the orchid.
It was.
Chosen doesn't like girls.
I never said that.
She must have really broken your
She didn't even do nothing. Chosen's a dummy. It's a dance, guys. It's a dance. That hair is going to be a problem at some point. Ooh, make out. Ooh, Chosen. Saucy. I knew you had it in you, bro. They're all like, we want a little some of what they're having. What is that?
A good thing I do.
Y'all broke up. Don't even be mad, Tori. But yeah, clearly, I don't even think anything happened. He probably passed out.
Hope everything goes well in there with your mom.
Thank you again for the help with the drive, sir.
The good thing about what happened there is that he ticked off the hostess too, so that's probably one of the only reasons Miguel didn't get into bigger trouble.
Where was she? Is she in this room?
I don't know.
Where? Said she was gonna be okay.
Okay, he said he didn't know. Calm down. Calm down. They wouldn't have just sent you to the room if she'd passed.
What are you guys doing here? Oh, baby.
That's her baby.
We had to do an emergency cerclage.
What's that?
She just needs to stay on bed rest for the next few weeks as she recovers, okay?
It feels like bed rest for the rest of the pregnancy to me.
Can't believe you guys flew all the way back here.
Why would
Mike,
they
you're
not?
the best mom in the world. Of course we came back.
We're never leaving you again.
That's right.
There'll be nothing for you to do. So you and Mickey need to go back to Spain.
No, we just got here.
Right? Like, you have no idea how long that flight is.
And this is your big chance, Miguel. Go back and finish what you started.
Respectfully, you look terrible. I think I should stay here.
Just promise me one thing.
You, of course, anything.
Win.
No pressure. Kenny better keep his spot. That's all I gotta say. That little cheater's ass better be Devin bye. Devin bye. Dead ass. Really? It was that kind of romp, huh?
And no one can know what happened on the beach.
And?
One-time thing.
Or was it a couple times?
Well, two. It's in
That's what I
morning.
thought. Well, that's what I thought.
From here on out, they must remain professional.
Which is gonna turn y'all on even more. Nice try.
Going with long hair. He with you?
I've never seen him before.
But Sensei Chris has.
Just walk around with your tattoo hanging out like that?
What's the big emergency?
Ah!
What's she doing here?
Calm.
By mistake.
Anyways, continue.
We found men who kidnap you.
Thank you.
There he is.
Just
Now we get
standing there?
answers.
That's weird.
Sensei Wolf? You sent this thug to kidnap me? Why?
Because, Danny boy.
Hey! What is with your... Is that a plant behind your head? Oh my god, that looked like he was wearing a plant hat. I'm sorry. That ruined that moment.
What would life be without a few surprises?
Welcome back, Terry, you bastard. Oh my god. Sorry, I kind of love me some Thomas Ian Griffin. I can't be mad. I can't even be mad. But I don't understand why he's going after Daniel here. Shouldn't it be Kreese? Shouldn't Kreese be his first person to go after? Just saying. Like, enemy by enemy. Come on. Anyway, oh my goodness. Louis Tan, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? I want to root for you, but now I can't. Although you are with the hot guy crew. You and Terry. Look, I mean the actor. Obviously, Terry's disgusting. He's a terrible, terrible man. Happens to be kind of hot. All right, moving on. Interesting episode. So, no battles, no tournaments or anything today in this episode, which is good. Everyone kind of needs a bit of a mental break after the spanking that Miyagi-Do got. But, okay, let's deal with, we have Johnny Miguel on the way back to LA. That's a long-ass flight, so they had a lot of time to talk. My guess is that Miguel, obviously, you know, he is a super mama's boy, which I'm totally understandable, being, you know, raised by a single parent, and with the past that he came from, him and his mom are very tight. So understandably, he's a mess at the idea that something is wrong with her, and the fact that they don't have any information outside of the fact that she was admitted to the hospital, which means it was serious. Understandable. He's a mess. So as people do, he transferred a lot of that onto Johnny, right? Like, there were some valid things he was already frustrated about, as we heard. Like, he feels like Johnny was picking Robbie over him, which, respectfully, Miguel, there's going to be moments. Like, I'm not saying that Johnny is, you know, putting one child above the other, but that's his biological kid. He's known Robbie longer than you, Miguel. Like, there's gonna be some stuff sometimes that's not gonna be about you, bro. But again, it's a hard thing. Like, Johnny has not gone into an easy situation having two teenage sons that are exactly the same age, and one that, like, he's actually trying to reestablish trust with, right? Like, Miguel, understandably, because he's still a teenager, but he's not understanding that Johnny's in a different situation when it comes to Robbie. There is going to be situations where I feel like he should, at least for now, prioritize his connection with Robbie and his support of Robbie over Miguel. And I think Johnny was absolutely right when he told him on the plane that, well, and this is, of course, later on after they had their little tat, but when he basically said to him, like, you don't, like, Robbie does not have what you have, Miguel. Like, he spoke specifically of the fact that Miguel's grades are going to have him going to university regardless, right? If he doesn't win the Sekai Taikai, he's got the grades to get into a decent university, probably on a scholarship as well. So he's going to have that. Not to mention the fact that he doesn't also have a criminal record. Oh, and he also has a supportive mother and a grandmother and Johnny, right? So it's like, you have a whole family and you've had people in your life your whole life. They're ride or die, reliable, always had your back, which definitely affects the way that you develop mentally and emotionally. Robbie has never had that. He is just now learning what it is to have a father who's somewhat there for him. He's still building that trust back with Johnny, and unfortunately, he doesn't even have it with his mom. His mom, the last time we saw her, is still doing her best to go through rehab and get her life together, but up until now, she's been completely unreliable, and Robbie's effectively had to raise himself. So he has no one. Plus, he's got the criminal record, and he's been in and out of school. So the future at the moment is not the greatest for Robbie. It's not to say it's bleak or it's not reversible. It absolutely is. But in the sense of what it could do for turning a life around, there's way more for Robbie at this point with the Sekai Taikai than there is for Miguel. Both of them could use it. There's no doubt. But if you have to, you know, weigh it out for who's going to benefit more, absolutely Robbie at this point. This is the real game changer for him as far as getting him a springboard to kind of get out of the, you know, the mire and murk he's been in for the first part of his life, right? So I don't think Johnny was at all wrong to try to provide more support to Robbie during this time, because as we saw in the first half of the season, Robbie was really feeling some type of way about the fact that he couldn't apply to universities, and he wasn't even sure what he could do now with the situation that he's in. So again, Miguel kind of already has a path and he feels a little bit more secure about where he's going, but Robbie didn't have that. And that's, as a parent, I think one of the hardest things that you have to do is figure out how to balance your time and your effort and your energies towards each of your children, depending on what they're going through. Like, any parent who's got multiple children is going to go through a similar situation that Johnny is, where there's going to be times when one of their kids is going to need them a little bit more than the rest of them. And there probably is a level of guilt there too, because they probably want, you know, every parent wants to be there for each of their kids equally, but you can't divide yourself more than once, right? Like, you can't do it. You have to kind of focus on one thing at a time, or do your best to shift some focus in one place and then move someplace else. So anyways, this is new for Johnny entirely too, right? Let's not forget that it's only recently that he started becoming an active father. So he is still learning the ropes on so many levels where both of his kids are concerned. So yeah, I think Miguel needs to give him a little bit of grace, but this is new for Miguel too. Like, he's not had a father figure before, and it's understandable that he feels some type of way and a little bit possessive over Johnny, but he's going to have to learn to deal with it and realize that there's going to be times that Johnny's going to have to focus. Not only is he going to have to focus on Robbie from time to time, but he's got a new little sister coming along, and babies, attention whores. I'm joking, but seriously, kids are they take so much of your attention in those first few years. Like, I'm sorry, Miguel, you're going to be taking all the way of the back seat when that baby comes, at least for a little while. So I know it's not easy. He's been used to being the center of his mommy's universe, but things are going to change. So anyway, that plane ride home was a bit adventurous because of that, but I'm glad that in the end, Johnny kind of was able to talk to him and be vulnerable with him, which I think is the important thing, is that, him showing Miguel that, what, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if everything's going to be okay. I'm scared too, but we got to do our best to be there for each other during this time, because we both love your mom, right? So really nice moment for the two of them. Guy on the plane, we don't even need to talk about, but I feel like that was just to give us a bit of comic relief. But either way, so that was them. They got to the hospital, and thankfully, I'm sorry, I wasn't at all faked out by the blood thing, because like I said, I know enough about hospitals to know that if something like that had happened, they would not have just said, hey, yeah, she's in room, whatever. They would have been like, the doctor is going to see you, like, wait here, kind of thing. But either way, the amount of blood on that bed was definitely scary either way. But yes, it looks like they had to do something. I'm assuming it was some sort of procedure to help her with her bleeding. I'm not sure. They didn't say what she has, but either way, they said that this apparently should fix the issue, but she's going to have to take it easy. So anyway, she's on bed rest for the next little while, and then she's going to get to go home. And we hear Carmen basically saying, I want you to go back to Spain because there's nothing you can do for me here. And she wants Miguel to go and finish what he started. So yeah, that means they're going to be on their way back. Like, you're going to send them back on a plane after that long ass flight? Like, let them adjust. Jeez. But anyway, as I said, I don't mind it. My only thing is they better make sure Kenny's butt still shows up there, because get Devin's ass out of there. Speaking of the Kenny and Devin situation, the other thing happening in Cali is that Johnny said, please bring Kenny over, because if Miguel's here, we're down a person. We need the slot filled. So she went to go talk to him. She found out about the whole debacle of poor Kenny thinking that her son was the one responsible for what happened in Poop Butt. And sadly, it's blown up, right? People took videos of it. They put up memes, and that wasn't her son, but and that also says who in Cobra Kai did that? Someone in Cobra Kai did that, which means, or actually it was probably Cobra Kai, because actually no, I shouldn't say that. There's a few Miyagi-Do that probably don't like Kenny either. But point being, it's blown up, and Kenny's understandably very embarrassed. So he thinks that it's Anthony's fault, because we saw that Devin shifted the blame to Anthony because she knew that there's beef between him and Kenny. And so when Amanda heard this, she rightfully, in my opinion, assumed that it was her son, because we already know Anthony's been a problem since season 1. People might think I'm being mean about it, but I remember since season 1, that kid has been lippy, disrespectful. He doesn't listen to his parents, very much treated like the baby in an Italian family, to be perfectly honest, from what I've seen. He's been acting up for a while, and Amanda knew that he had started the bullying situation with Kenny before, so of course she believed that he did it. But, in this case, he actually was innocent, and he did not want to apologize for something he didn't do or take accountability for something he didn't do, which was fair. But I love that Amanda Amanda reminded him why she's married to a karate master and not scared, right? She said, I'm not asking you, boy, you're getting your butt over there. See what happens if you defy me. See what happens. So anyway, she brings him over there, and of course, the conversation doesn't really go well initially. They actually fight, and then Amanda's gonna she has to school them both. She's like, bros, like, this is so stupid. But bless her. I get where she's coming from. Like, I think as adults, we often forget that when you're a teenager, your whole world is about the small things, right? These kids, Kenny and Anthony, are supposed to be, what, like 16, somewhere in there? Like, at that age, 16 years is nothing. You have no depth of field at 16. Even if you had a very rough life, you've still only had 16 years of life. it takes age and experience and time on the planet to recognize the things that matter versus the things that are so trivial. This whole situation is trivial in the sense of, while it was horrible that that happened to Kenny and very embarrassing, and especially in today's day and age where, as we saw, social media and stuff can just keep things perpetuated and blow them up bigger than they would have been, you know, back before those things existed. In the grand scheme of things, pooping your pants is not the worst thing in the world to get memed for. You know what I mean? And everyone knows it was because he was given a laxative. It's not like he goes around pooping his pants regularly, right? So anyways, it's still embarrassing and he's got to go to school, and I get it. Like, it's a lot for him right now, but in the grand scheme, it is so minor. There's so many worse things to be known for. And so Amanda kind of had to put it in perspective for them. He's like, you know, Miguel's mom could be dying right now. Like, that's a real problem. This is stupid. Like, you guys both need to get over it in so many levels. But anyways, when it's all said and done, she basically said, look, this situation, no matter how it started, like, it's the only way it's going to end is if somebody takes an L in the sense of their ego and lets it go so we can move forward. But no one's going to move forward if we keep doing the tit for tat forever. And it's really not worth it. So anyways, we see that, you know, Anthony leaves at first. And again, understandable, because he's probably thinking like, this is the one time I actually didn't do anything. But anyways, later on, Amanda has a great conversation with Kenny where she basically is like, look, again, putting it in perspective for him, like, I understand why you're upset. You have every reason to be upset, but like, this is your future here. Like, this competition is something that you've worked really hard to get to. Your skill is there. This is a great chance for you to showcase that and to see how far you've come, and to let that be taken away from you because of a stupid prank. Like, it kind of feels like you're letting the prank win. You know what I mean? So I like that she just said to him, like, there's a great way to take the focus off of that, is if you bring something new to the table that's more positive, like winning a world karate competition, right? So, you know, when she puts it like that, he's kind of like, all right, you know, you got a point there. And then we see that Anthony comes back and decides to finally take full accountability. Take notes, Tori. Finally take full accountability for all the things. Like, he said, you know what? I didn't do this. However, I know why you think I did and why it was so easy for you to believe and for my mom to believe, because I did start this. And I was the one who antagonized you. And I haven't been the nicest person since. So yeah, I own that. That was me. Valid. And you know what? Even though I didn't do it, I didn't do anything to stop it or to, you know, like, you saw it. Like, he was laughing right along with everyone else. So anyways, he said, you know, as a peace offering for starting this whole thing, I will drink the laxative and I will crap my pants. Just, you know, in solidarity, I too will crap my pants. So the thought was nice enough. I was like, okay, Anthony, that's good. Like, see, to me, I am way more like, I am willing to forgive Anthony at this point. I'm willing to move forward. He's still a spoiled kid, but I see growth here. See, that to me is true remorse. Full accountability for your part in it, not having to be prompted by anyone to do it, and not having Kenny having to be the one to say, oh, all the things that I did. No, Anthony just coming and honestly taking accountability for his part in all the things that happened and what he did, and willing to also put himself in Kenny's shoes. Again, Tori, take notes. But anyway, that is how you apologize to someone when you've done a lot of wrong to them. That's the way you do it. So anyways, Kenny is kind of like, bro, you don't really have to do all that. But obviously the sentiment worked, right? Because now he realizes, okay, if Anthony's really willing to do this, it shows that he's genuinely sorry. And anyways, at the same time, he gets the call from Devin and the admission. So now he knows for certain that Anthony's not lying. And obviously that's going to help, you know, for them to finally start to build a bridge to at least being civil, which I think they're going to be friends because they clearly have a lot in common. Like, they're both nerds. They both love gaming and stuff like that. Honestly, the feud is really what broke what could have been a really close friendship. But hopefully now that they've gotten over this beef and they're on the same playing field now, they can move forward. Although in fairness, if Anthony really wants to be on the same playing field, he should record himself and put it on the internet of him crapping himself to be level. But I'll take it since he didn't actually do the laxative thing. Anyways, so coming back to Devin, now that I mentioned her, she was a smaller part of the episode, which I was fine with, but we see that the kids decided to go out and let off some steam after the crappy day they had because Chosen told them to go and party hard. But of course, this was before he talked to Daniel and found out about the fact that Daniel had been kidnapped and all that good stuff. But coming back, we see that the kids show up, and of course they end up at the exact same tapas bar, but that is because Kreese told his little demon student now to go and mess with the kids off the mat because he wants their heads messed up for the comp. Now we see that oh gosh, what is her name? I keep forgetting her name, but anyways, Ponytail, we'll call her that. She is now starting to recognize that this is not the way she wants to move forward, which is interesting because last season she was all about doing shady stuff. So I don't know why all of a sudden she's developing a conscience. But anyway, I'm not mad at it though. Either way, she's like, I don't like the way you're moving, Kreese. We're here to win this competition, and if we mess around too much, we're gonna get kicked out. Like they're not gonna look at your antics as cute here. We're not on American soil. This is different. And Kreese is like, man, your grandpa's the one who taught me to be this way. So I'm like, sir, man, your family sucks. You already knew that. Your grandfather used to beat you for fun. You should know he's not the person, that's who Kreese is looking up to, that he would definitely approve of this. But digressing, she's not happy with this. And so she decides to go out and try to stop her students from doing anything too crazy because she doesn't want them to suffer the consequences of a feud that really has nothing to do with them. But anyway, we see that the students all end up at the same place, and Robbie is wallowing, big surprise. Sam is depressed because she really wanted to see all the sights with Miguel, and obviously she's a bit worried for him. And then the other kids are basically just bored for the most part. But looking at Robbie, he decides he's going to start drinking, which is, like I said, stupid on so many levels. Fine, it's legal over here, but really, as I said, he's seen both of his parents almost completely destroy their lives because of alcohol abuse. So the fact that he would even think of drinking is crazy to me, but I get it. That's what he's been around. He's been around two parents that turn to substances when things don't go their way. So anyway, he makes that decision when he sees Tori spending time with the demon child. And the demon child, of course, sees that Robbie is watching. So he's going out of his way to make it seem like him and Tori are close. But Robbie should know better. Tori was not that kind of girl. I'll give her that. I don't like her, but she's not that kind of girl. She wasn't the kind of girl that was throwing herself on different guys and trying to get different guys to give her attention. The only other guy that she showed interest in since Robbie's known her is Miguel, and she genuinely liked Miguel. So, she's not that kind of girl. He should have known that if they just broke up like a day ago, that she would not be hooking up with this guy. But he's in his feelings because he's upset that he got dumped. And Sam tried to give him some great advice beforehand, telling him, you see how she's not letting it affect her fighting is because she's made her decision. She's standing in it. And again, it's not to say she's not bothered. I know Tori's bothered, but she's just better at channeling that into her fighting. Whereas Robbie is just sitting here pouting because he's not getting his way, to be perfectly honest. So anyways, I just like that Sam tried to let him know that you need to get it together. Otherwise we're going to lose. So just accept that she's against us and let's move on. But that didn't work out when he saw the two, he saw Tori and the guy, doing nothing really. He decided to just get drunk, and we see that the girl from the Iron Dragon team has been watching. She's been feeling jealous of Tori because she's just very insecure, really. There's no other word for it. So she decided to swoop in when Robbie was not at his most mentally sharp, let's say, and very vulnerable. And we see that they come out of her room later. I don't think anything happened, to be honest. Maybe they kissed or made out. I really highly doubt it went beyond that because Robbie he says he has no recollection of what happened. So I have a sneaking suspicion that she got him back to her room, probably tried to do something, and I feel like Robbie probably passed out in short order. But she's going to make sure that Tori thinks that more happened, and right now we see that poor Robbie doesn't know for certain that nothing did happen. So anyway, he's not happy with that, and it's obviously not going to help his game any, I'm sure. And speaking of random hookups, so much romantic discord this episode. It was all about, outside of Daniel, everybody was in trouble romantically. We see with the kids, other than that Dimitri and Hawk, there was a pretty girl flirting with them. They both have girlfriends currently. They reminded each other of that, but we see Dimitri just decided to live his geek fantasy. And again, I don't think anything is wrong with dancing. Dancing in of itself is innocent, but he was getting a little handsy. Myself personally, if I saw my man getting handsy like that with a girl he didn't know, I'd be like, we need to have a conversation. Is it exactly cheating? No, but I feel like it's a gateway, right? If you feel that comfortable putting your hands on someone you don't even know like that, what else are you going to do? What happened if you'd had some drinks? I'm saying, it's a gateway. I just feel like, hey, had they just been dancing in front of each other, I'd have been like, yeah, okay, that's dancing. But, he crossed the line for sure. And we see that Hawk accidentally exposed him. And it was an accident. I know that Hawk wasn't thinking I'm going to expose him, but what did he think? Honestly. Worst wingman ever. Because, most guys would have known to not show that particular scene. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, if it was girls, girls would never have slipped up like that. But I digress. So now, obviously, his girlfriend is upset. And I don't know if she broke up with him or what, but now he's blaming Dimitri, saying that he did it on purpose. And Dimitri's trying to explain that he didn't. But honestly, like he said, if you don't want to get in trouble, you shouldn't do stupid things. It's pretty simple. You're going to MIT, right? That's for smart people. Smart people should know. You did the crime. You got caught, and you're mad because you got caught. How are you mad at me for that? So anyways, they're still in lots of discord, and then the accountability thing came up, which was very valid, and that's what prompted Devin to do the phone call finally. And again, I don't know how much of that is because she genuinely felt like she should, or because she knew that since Kenny was showing up, she was going to have to deal with it sooner than later. But at least she did it. And over the phone is easier, to be fair, than actually have to face him. Don't worry, Kenny wouldn't have hit her as much as he would have wanted to. So that's what's going on there. Dimitri and his girlfriend are having some issues. And then we see that Sam went out walking on her own, bumped into the Iron Dragon kid, the one that she saw being very brutally trained by his sensei. They end up having a good time and talking, and she's bringing him out of his shell a bit because she knows that things are not good in his dojo. And of course, they meet up with the Cobra Kai students. It doesn't go well, but they manage to keep it pretty low key. And then we see that unfortunately, Homie misinterprets the situation and tries to hit on Sam, but Sam lets him know real quick, hey, yo, I got a boyfriend, like, don't be doing that. And he ran away embarrassed, but I'm hoping he doesn't like feel some type of way negatively towards Sam because of this. But either way, at least now he knows, like Sam kind of let him know that there is a way that's better than what he's doing right now. That even though he's winning, the cost of those wins is too much. So, but now knowing who the chain rolls up to as far as his sensei, it makes sense, right? Because we all know that I should have known that it's Terry. Terry Silver's way of teaching is always involved hurting the students. So anyway, that's kind of where we ended things. Oh yeah, I said, oh yes, and one more thing in the romance department, Chosen and Ponytail. Okay, Chosen. Didn't I say Japan and Korea had to finally make up and get together? Centuries of a feud ended tonight. No, just kidding. But yeah, that was funny. The sexual tension building up until the two of them hooked up multiple times. It is definitely going to happen again, but it's just kind of funny. And they totally suit each other. Actually, I say that they suit each other, but maybe it's not good because they very much are two versions of the same coin. Both a little bit too much, both a little too eager. But you know what? Maybe it'll make it work. Maybe they understand each other's weirdness, and that's all that matters. But hilarious that now they're gonna try to act like everything is normal. But I'm pretty sure Daniel. Oh, actually no. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not Daniel who picks up on it. It's probably going to be Johnny. Johnny's probably gonna be the one who's gonna be like, y'all are hooking up, aren't you? But anyways, that was just a funny twist of events. But hey, good for Chosen, right? I mean, he clearly doesn't want to, or the thing with Kimiko is over for him as far as he's concerned. And maybe this is a better person for him to be with, because Kumiko has never really been about this karate life. So anyways, going into this next episode, we're going to see what happened with how Silver is here. He's supposed to be in jail. But hey, if Kreese got out, why shouldn't Silver, right? Silver's got the money to get out of jail. And now he's here and he's got a dog in the fight. So it has turned into a three-way battle. And we now have all the senseis involved. So we're going to have to see where things go in the next episode, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.